As if the Sims team doesn't have a lot of Simmers already talking, they decided to do a SpongeBob Bikini Bottom bundle with 2 kits. So a lot of Simmers, some people were feeling nostalgic, but a lot of them and majority were not happy with this entire collaboration. So we are going to be getting into why a lot of people are mixed and about how this is giving Journey to Batuu and what EA could have done differently. We're also going to briefly talk about the Sims update and the upcoming creator kits. But before I get into anything, I do want to quickly say, what is up, guys? My name's Simian. My name is Yen. I play simulation games. Did you see what I did there? And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. We talk all things simulation games. So if you have anything you want me to talk about, go ahead and leave it down below in the comments and I'll check it out. So let's get into this very first topic, and that's basically the collab. So in case you missed it, here's what's coming: the Sims 4 SpongeBob House Kit and the Sims 4 SpongeBob Kids Room Kit. And its release date is set to be December 4th, which is tomorrow. And there's also the Bikini Bottom bundle, which includes both kits plus 3 exclusive items, which is the Goofy Goober guitar, the Conch Street Aquarium, and the Flying Dutchman's Jungle Gym. So these items are included if you buy the bundle, and that bundle is available from December 4th all the way through March 3rd, so there is a limited time. On paper, the colors are cute, the nostalgia is there, and a lot of SpongeBob fans have been waiting for this. Surprisingly, I've seen a couple people saying like finally, which is kind of shocking to me because I've never really seen people talk about SpongeBob, but there's a lot of Simmers saying no thank you, I don't want this, what is going on, this is giving Journey to Batuu, nobody asked for this. And we're going to get into a couple of Simmers tweets, and as usual, leave down below in the comments how you guys feel about this because I'm very curious to know your thoughts and your take on it. So first things first, let's get into Simmers tweets. And someone said, what Sims and SpongeBob have in common? Fix the game. And a lot of people are not excited about this. And someone said the objects are actually kind of cute for a kid's bedroom, but what a random collab. And someone saying, me trying to find who asked for this. And someone else said, more effort for collabs than fixing photos turning black or the corruption issues happening since forever. Love these double efforts, but I'm ready, which is a play on SpongeBob. And someone said, when will we see more collabs, please? We meant with IKEA. Now, this is definitely in collaboration with the SpongeBob movie that's definitely coming out, and it's set to release pretty soon, so I think this is pretty much right on brand between SpongeBob. But as far as The Sims, it was kind of random and threw a lot of Simmers off. This is going to be added into a collection of more than 40 kits that we have once this is released, and I feel like the big issue with this collaboration is that it does look just too realistic for The Sims, in my personal opinion. The Sims community definitely pointed out that the items do look like they were, taken from like the SpongeBob themed vibe, and then they dropped it into the game. And the crazy part about this is that they did end up adding for this bundle that is going to be purchased separately for $6.99, but if you do the entire bundle, it's going to be $10. But that offer ends March 3rd, which is quite some time away from now. So again, a lot of people are looking side-eye at the Sims community for that. Now, there are some people that are excited about this. I don't want to make it seem like the entire Sims community is just not here for it. There's people who have been honestly waiting for this SpongeBob collab and says, I'm here for it. I think it's very cute, very kiddish, and very something that they can add on in general. But I do want to quickly talk about The Sims saying that this doesn't just match the signature art style that Max's really gives. And a lot of people were looking for that Max's match aesthetic with, just simplified details. I feel like with them expanding on SpongeBob itself and not making it kind of look like more Simlish, it kind of throws people off and they don't want it in game. Why didn't they stylize it? Why is it so realistic? This doesn't fit anywhere in my build. And this does look like CC, which I completely agree. This heavily does look CC. And honestly, if EA had simply just Maxis matched the collaboration, I feel like this could have worked and it probably would have been a hit, but it does feel like it's just an ad inside the game. And that's what's throwing a lot of Simmers off. So I would be curious to know how y'all feel about this. Again, I do want to quickly talk about Journey to Batuu, and a lot of people have stated this is the exact same reaction before, as in, why was this a collab? Back then, the community was frustrated that the Star Wars branding dominated kind of like the gameplay experience, and it just messed up the entire niche of the game. So a lot of people were not happy about this. So this SpongeBob collab, I feel, is just almost the same level of Backlash, and I'm curious to know your opinions. People are worried that EA keeps pushing these brand deals instead of content that feels organic to the sim world. So I'd be really curious to hear what y'all think about that. Let me know down below in the comments. And I really want to quickly talk about the new update recap that the Sims came out with. They did state that the update had a ton of community requests, bug fixes, and some are really good and I feel like are definitely needed, but some are just kind of like, when was this gonna, what's going on? So there's a lot of highlights where Sims no longer have clothing visible under the privacy. Nature soundscapes, radio won't wake up your Sims anymore. Teens keep their aspirations when aging. Issues with safe corruptions were addressed. Lots of CC style clipping and visuals are fixed, and they did say that they fixed my wedding stories interactions. That is insane that they're still fixing things from my wedding stories. That kind of completely threw me off because I'm like, my wedding stories, that's been years, and y'all already know how my wedding stories drama went. It was just absolutely a disaster. There's also Realm of Magic, Cottage Living Shadows, and more. And then they even the pet behavior got adjusted, so no more constant sick pets from bush exploring. They also announced a new creator kit, which is going to be the Prairie Dreams by Miko, arriving December 11th. So very soon, actually, in a couple of days, I would say about a week or so. And EA also reminded players to follow The Sims and The Sims Direct and join the Discord and yada 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 in the EA forums to report any more issues that they will be having, because again, they did want to update a lot more stuff, but again, they did help get a hold back of updating certain things, because they said that some of the stuff takes a little bit longer than usual. Now, I did want to quickly talk about, again, that new kit that's coming as well. So we're going to be having around 40 something kits coming out, and I'm just like, this is insane, the amount of kits that we are getting. So again, with that microtransaction, it's here to stay. It looks like it is definitely not going anywhere. So The Sims, a lot of people have things to say about it, but at the end of the day, I feel like they are sticking with what they said, and they are sticking with the fact that The Sims is just... Again, they're trying to make this money. I don't know if it has anything to do with the EA buyout, or they're going to come out with more kits, or just in general, but a lot of simmers are kind of side-eyeing the whole thing. As far as the collaboration, I feel like this should not have been 2 kits, my personal opinion. And if y'all hear a baby in the back, look, y'all, I'm a mother, okay? Anyway, back to The Sims content. I do want to quickly say that this should not have been 2 kits. There simply isn't enough content here to justify it. I feel like this could have been 1 stuff pack, and it does feel like a cash grab to me. The SpongeBob community is very strong, do not get me wrong. That fan base, there's a reason that it's been here for like decades and decades. Like, SpongeBob has been around for a very long time, but I do feel like putting this into 2 kits is kind of a stretch. Even the people who do like SpongeBob are saying the colors are cute, but why does this look so out of place in the game? And again, it does have to do with that Maxis match feel of it feeling a little bit too realistic, and I have to agree that people are feeling like it does look like an in-game ad. So it all comes down to one thing: the art direction. Blend the collab into The Sims, the visual language, and people embracing it. I do feel like, again, with the blend of The Sims, I feel like people should have, like, not necessarily people, but the Sims team for sure should have made it a little bit more Simlish, and I feel like people would have liked it a lot better. So I do feel like it is hyper realistic, and I do feel like people noticed it immediately. So I'm curious to know what y'all feel about that. Again, there is a lot of controversy going on with everything, so the reactions are very mixed, and I do see a lot of people's opinions on why they feel that it does give off Journey to Batuu, and it's because it does give off that vibe. Like, again, it's like kind of like, who asked for this, but also like, what is the plan here? What are we going to? So I want to know basically overall, what do y'all feel, and how do y'all feel about this entire thing, including the kits like number. It's getting insane, and yeah, again, it's a fun idea, but I do feel like it's just the art style is just not matching the game, and that's kind of bugging me a little bit. And for a lot of simmers, I feel like that is a deal breaker. But again, are y'all planning to buy the SpongeBob kits? Do y'all think that EA should have been more into the Maxis match and Simlish world, or are y'all just gonna skip it entirely? Let me know down below in the comments. Again, keep it respectful. And with all that being said, whether you're a silent viewer, you like my videos, you comment my videos, or you share my videos, at the end of the day, you still showed me some love, and for that, I thank you. I have a couple of videos that I do have as far as gameplay coming soon, so I know a lot of you guys want to see more gameplay, because I have been doing a lot of news information videos. But again, there has just been a lot going on in the Sims community world, where I am consistently trying to pump out this news. And if you guys aren't following me on TikTok, and as well as just well, obviously if you're subscribed to me, then you can see my reels, but I have been posting YouTube reels, and I have been posting my TikToks, where I've been posting a lot of information regarding what's going on in the Sims world. So if any of you guys are interested in that, it will be available to you. But with all that being said, I do want to thank you all so much for the love and support you have shown me over this entire year. We are going to end this year with a bang. I'm going to try and post as much as I can and try and be consistent, and I really am thankful for all the love y'all have shown me over just everything. And if you have anything else that you want me to cover, please leave it down below in the comments, and not just the Sims related, but all life simulation games in general, whether it's Enzoy, whether it's Paralives, Loftia, y'all let me know, and I will try my best to do some research and cover it if you guys are interested in that. But with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.